Hey everyone, welcome back to the hauler. I'll throw another quick one on here. I've had several people ask me about the chickens. All right, so these are the Delaware broilers, and they are definitely, let me even step in here through the cage. Hello, little girl. So these birds are definitely thicker, meatier, and better egg layers so far than the American Brests. And I'm gonna tell you, there's a couple of these roosters. That old boy right there is a hoss. Then you got the smallest one back there, and then you got this guy right here. And they've not been aggressive with me at all. Matter of fact, the young ladies are coming right over here. I'm getting 10 eggs a day from what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, probably 10 or 11 hens. So they're definitely filling out and have filled out more and better than the American Breasts have. And the American Breasts are actually even older. What I've noticed with the American Breasts is they eat about 50%, 75% less than these guys do. So where I'm filling their feed up once a week or so, I'm filling the others up about once every 2 weeks. But these are a great egg layer. They lay a brown collared, not a real dark brown, but a brown collared egg, where the American Breast lays a cream collared egg. And the roosters and the hens are definitely bigger than the roosters and the hens of the American Breast. All right, so a fair comparison here. And of course, I'm not going to go in there because they'll just leave. This is one of the roosters here, and this is one of the hens. So there is a little variation in size between all of them. Some of the hens are smaller, some of the hens are bigger. A couple of the roosters, the better looking of the two of the three left, is the ones that I'll be picking out for selective breeding. Now, taste-wise, I can't tell you because I've not eaten either one of these breeds. I can tell you that the Delaware broilers are definitely a bigger bodied, a fuller body than these guys are. Now, that's not to say that where I got these from, it took me, I think it was 3 or 4 months. I was on a waiting list for 3 or 4 months to get them. And we ended up with some varying ages when we got them, where they were supposed to be day old. I think we ended up with like a couple weeks old down to day old. And I mean, hardy wise, they all seem to be hardy. Seems to be no issues with them. But again, I've got some more wide variations in size with the American Breast than I do with the Delaware broilers. Now, of course, they are in winter pens until I can get the chickshaws built and get them actually out on grass. They may do a little better. And of course, as I choose to selective breed and get the better of all of them together and get them bred out and incubated, I may end up with some better looking chickens. Now, others say that these taste wonderful. They taste phenomenal because of just the kind of chicken that they are. The Delaware broilers, of course, and I've said before, used to be the industry standard before the Cornish cross came along. And again, they are a bigger, appear to be a bigger, more meatier bird than these guys do. But again, these guys take a lot less feed than the Delaware broilers do. So I think as a dual purpose, you're going to have to, because somebody asked a question on an earlier video where I said no more Cornish cross. But again, I did order more Cornish cross for this year because we just haven't been able to get the breeding started yet because of the weather and everything like that. And by the time I finally do start getting things around to breeding and actually incubating and raising and sorting out and figuring out which is the best of the breeds of that, and then crossbreeding them with the American or with the Delaware broilers, we're going to run into that. I mean, I'm just not going to have the time to even grow them out to see what we're going to end up with. And then, of course, we have the Niederrheimer coming in June, the end of June, that I'll have to raise out to breeding age and then start breeding them into it as well to see what we end up with. Because like many people, we are looking for a good dual purpose breed that we can maintain and propagate here on our homestead and for both eggs and meat. So, you know, of course, we would take the roosters of each bunch, put them on grass, and any of the select hens that just don't look like they're going to grow out well, and put them out on grass out in the field and raise them as meat birds as well. But you know, some of them look okay in the American Breast, some of them don't. And again, it may be the quality where I got them. And I don't want to give a bad name out here. I would just be selective as to where you get your breeds from. I mean, I was, but these were the ones that could get it to me the soonest. and they're a rare bird facility. So, or the American Breast being the rare bird that they are in the U.S. up until this point, which I think everybody's trying to get them now, or a good group of people's trying to get them. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, I can't give a fair estimate. All I can tell you is what we've experienced so far. And like I said, and these guys still aren't laying well. I was getting 3-4 eggs a day from them, and then like the last 2 days I've gotten one. And so I don't know what's going on. They've all been switched to a higher protein feed, going back to a standardized commercial feed with higher protein levels. But I still have some of the other stuff mixed in with it because I have a bunch of that left over. So we'll see. Like I said, get them out on grass, get them foraging, get them, you know, eating bugs and eat grass like they should. Then, you know, there may be a lot of difference. We'll see. But as far as that goes, I don't think it's a bad breed. I really don't. I think if you could breed the bad out of what you end up with in a flock, then you would probably be better off. Good thing is we have some friends who are getting American Breast. They're actually on a waiting list from a good reputable place. And we're looking to do a little bit of trading back and forth with them. So we'll do some trading some eggs and stuff, and maybe a rooster here and there. And that way we can kind of build our flocks a little better. But as far as, you know, food-wise, again, these guys eat half or less compared to what the Delaware broilers do. But again, the Delaware broilers appear to be a bigger, larger breed. So I'm real curious to see what we end up with when we, like I said, when we breed them out and get the choice and then do the crossbreeding and start bringing that into play and see what we end up with. That's it. Stay free, get prepared, stay prepared. Take care. God bless.